Hello and welcome to today's live stream where we're diving into a topic that could have major implications for your business. And this is the FTC's proposed ruling on fake reviews. So, if you rely on online reviews to grow your business, you're going to want to stick around. I'm Renji Mendoza, founder and solutions architect of Clienti, and today I'm here to break down what this ruling is all about, how it can benefit you, and what you need to do to stay on the right side of the law. Don't worry, we'll be keeping this light and practical. But before we dive in, I just want to make it clear that I am not a lawyer and this is not legal advice. The information I'll be sharing today is based on my research and experience, and I encourage you to consult with a legal professional or attorney for guidance specific to your business and situation. Now that we got the legalese out of the way, I have another item to address before we dig deep into the topic. And that's probably what most of you may be thinking that, I don't know, my business is too small for the FTC, or I don't make millions or enough money for the FTC to pay attention to my business. Let me tell you, no business is too small to be on FTC's radar, especially if it violates consumer protection laws. The FTC is focused on protecting consumers and ensuring fair competition. So, regardless of the size of your business or your revenue, you can face scrutiny if you engage in deceptive practices, false advertising, data privacy violations, or other unlawful behaviors. So if you're a business that rely on online reviews for credibility, you are affected by this ruling. While the FTC often deals with larger, high-profile cases, your small business can still be investigated and penalized, especially if you affect a significant number of consumers or violate regulations related to advertising, online privacy, or any type of marketing, whether it be physical or digital marketing. So it's super important for us to adhere to FTC guidelines to avoid legal issues, especially in areas such as advertising practices, which means having truthful and non deceptive claims, data privacy, which means collecting and protecting consumer information, and also endorsements and testimonials, which means having clear disclosures of relationships with endorsers. We'll be digging more into this particular part later. And COPA compliance. And this is if your business targets children under 13 years old. So, ensuring compliance will not only keep your business safe, but also it'll build trust with your customers. So, let's dive right into today's topic, the FTC's proposed ruling on fake reviews. First, let's get into why the FTC is making these changes. So, the FTC, or the Federal Trade Commission, is aiming to clean up the review space because over the years, fake reviews, manipulated endorsements, and deceptive practices have become rampant. So, there are things like people reviewing products that they've never even used. There's this thing called review hijacking, where businesses steal reviews from another product, and also suppressing negative reviews by threatening or suing customers. The FTC wants to restore trust and maintain integrity in online reviews and ensure businesses like yours and mine are playing fair. The first thing we can do here is audit your own review practices. Just do a quick sweep and make sure you're not accidentally allowing fake reviews or filtering out negative ones unfairly. So the key here is transparency. Now, let's talk about the specifics of the proposed rule. Here's what the FTC is really cracking down on. We mentioned fake reviews, right? So this includes reviews by people who have never used the product or service. That's pretty straightforward, right? But it's shocking how many businesses have been caught doing this. So being in the review business for close to 7 years, I've seen businesses get reviewed by their own employees or even friends and family, but they have never actually used the product or the service. They do this just to get their review counts up. And I see this especially on new businesses because the tendency is that they want to create instant credibility the moment they launch. So the easiest thing to do is ask friends, ask family, and even employees to leave reviews about the business or the product. Second is on the incentivized reviews. You've probably gotten a review request from a business you've engaged with that says something along the lines of, hey, leave us a review and you get 25% off your next visit, or something along those lines. Or if you have a huge social media following and a brand sends you a product for free in exchange for a review or a video testimonial, this part is pretty tricky, okay? Because while some review platforms like Google have strict rules that prohibit incentivizing reviews, but on a federal level, as far as the FTC is concerned, it's allowed with some caveats. So per the FTC, it's okay to offer incentives for reviews, but it has to be disclosed clearly on the review itself. So you can see how tricky this can be. The third is review hijacking. So what does this mean? This is when a company takes positive reviews from one product and then it slaps them on another. So this is prevalent on e-commerce, the e-commerce space. So that is a definite no-go. If that's something that either you've done before by accident or maybe just don't know if it's okay or not. So the FTC makes it clear that we cannot do this anymore. And four, suppressing negative reviews. And this includes businesses threatening customers who leave bad reviews or trying to bury the feedback under legal threats. Listen, at some point you will get a negative review for whatever reason, whether it's valid or not, because no business is perfect, right? Sometimes I see review responses that are hostile towards the reviewer. Something like, I know where you live, or my lawyer will be contacting you, or something along those lines. So these kinds of threats, whether credible or not, will not be tolerated by the FTC. What you can do here as a small business is ensure that any incentives you offer are disclosed in the review by the reviewer. So something like, I received a free sample for this review, but my opinions are my own, right? Something along those lines. It has to be very clear that they received something in exchange for that review. Also, make sure your team knows that review suppression isn't just shady, it's soon to be illegal, which means it's not just Google or Yelp deactivating your profile. You can also be sued and fined by the FTC. So what does this all mean for us, especially as small businesses? The good news is that these rules are designed to level the playing field. So if you're an honest business that's been competing against companies using fake reviews, this is going to help you shine. But it also means that you need to be more vigilant when it comes to your own review management strategy. So there are some positive impacts to the proposed ruling. Like I said, it does level the playing field. So no more competing with businesses using fake reviews to get ahead. And that's a win for businesses that play fair. And as a result of that, there will be increased consumer trust. So when customers know that your reviews are authentic, they tend to trust you more. And trust equals loyalty, and loyalty equals repeat businesses, and also equates to more revenue. So this proposed ruling, however, presents a challenge for all of us. The first is stricter compliance. So the days of casually accepting all reviews are over. You'll need to make sure your review management strategy is above board. And also handling negative reviews. You can't just bury bad feedback anymore. You need to be able to respond to negative reviews without violating the new rules on suppression. So what you can do here is start building a system for handling and responding to negative reviews in a professional manner. Maybe offer to make things right with the customer, but do it in a way that's public so others can see you as a business that really cares about customer feedback. Now let's get into some of the actionable part. Okay, what should you as a small business owner do to prepare for these upcoming changes. So one is ensure transparency in your reviews. If you're offering anything in exchange for a review, whether it be a discount or a free product, make sure that's disclosed in the review itself. Okay, it's not about stopping incentivized reviews, it's more about being transparent about what they get in return for that review. Also, you need to avoid manipulating or filtering reviews unfairly. And this applies especially if you're publishing reviews on your website via, if you're using Elf Site or similar widgets. Okay, if you use these tools and you're filtering and publishing only 4 or 5-star reviews on your website, you need to start thinking about changing that. Second is educate your team and your affiliates. So if your employees and partners are involved in any of this, they need to know the rules too. So if you have affiliates or partners, make sure they're on board with the following, okay, and following these guidelines. And they could get you into trouble if they're not doing so. Also, invest in review monitoring tools. There are tons of tools out there that can help you track your reviews across different platforms, whatever review platform you're using. Okay, these tools can spot fake reviews and flag potential problems before they become legal issues. And lastly, prepare for audits. While we don't know all the enforcement details yet, it's better to be prepared. So we start now by doing regular audits of your reviews and customer feedback processes. You don't want any surprises if the FTC comes knocking at your door. Well, they don't really knock at your door. They send you a letter, right? But we don't want any of those surprises. So if you haven't already checked out Clienti, we can help you manage your review process while staying fully compliant, not just with the review platforms, not just with their guidelines, but most importantly, with the law. Okay, we take care of the heavy lifting and ensure that everything is legit. So that's the very, very basic rundown on the FTC's proposed ruling on fake reviews. It is a big deal, but it doesn't have to be scary if you stay ahead of it. I just want to review the quick takeaways that hopefully we all get from this live stream. One is understand the new rules and what they target. Okay, so I will post the actual FTC ruling wherever you're watching this. It's going to be on the comment section. All right, you will get the actual PDF, and that's straight from the FTC if you want to review it yourself. Second is embrace the changes. Okay, they're here to level the playing field for honest businesses like yours and mine. And third, transparency is everything. So if you're incentivizing, make sure all your reviews are saying that. Okay, making sure that they are legit. And prepare your business to handle negative reviews in a way that's professional and legal. Okay, one of the easiest ways to do that is by using Clienti, so you don't have to worry about any of these things because we stay on top of it. Because I, as the founder, I don't want to be on FTC's radar either. And lastly, start now. Okay, don't wait for the FTC to enforce these rules before implementing these things. So be proactive. And if you have any questions or need help with compliance, drop them in the comments and reach out to me or my team after the stream. So we are here to help. And also, if you're following us on Facebook or YouTube, follow us on LinkedIn, where we will be posting more educational content about reviews, testimonials, or anything related to social proof marketing. We will also be using these platforms to educate businesses about the guidelines imposed by major review sites like Google, Yelp, those guidelines that are in super fine print that nobody actually reads. Well, we read it because we want you to be compliant as well. And if you have any questions about today's topic, please drop them in the comments and we'll continue the conversation there. And if you find this video helpful, please give us some love by liking, commenting, and sharing it to other businesses that may benefit from this information. Also, this helps the algorithm show the video to more people who may be interested in this topic. So thanks again for tuning in, and I'm looking forward to the discussions I'll be having with you guys about this topic. Okay, see you in the next video.